Hey guys, good morning. I'm Kimberly from Fat Quarter Shop FlossTube, and this morning we have a special guest, or actually two special guests,
What about
Priscilla
Piper?
and yes, and Piper, Priscilla, Chelsea, and Piper. And they are a mother-daughter duo. Priscilla's the mom, Chelsea's the daughter, with Stitching with the Housewives. And this is our second year working on Jolly Housewives, where we stitch Christmas all from now all the way to the end of the year. And on this show, we're going to do like a big show and tell. And then we're going to do some Q&As, and it's going to be a ton of fun. So welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Hi.
Thank you so much for having us. We're so
Yes.
excited to be here.
Yes.
So do you want to
You're
just
so-
jump right in and start showing? Their first pattern that they published came out in March of 2020, and they have over 200 patterns. And today we're going to show you about 80 to 90 Christmas. So there's got to be something in here that's going to fit your decor. So you can find all of the patterns on their Etsy site, Stitching with the Housewives, and you can find all of their patterns at fatquartershop.com. So y'all just jump right into it. And if I have stitched it, I'm going to also show it.
Okay, so our first pattern that we're going to show is Buffalo Plaid Christmas.
And this is a special chart that is only available at Fat Quarter Shop for the month of November, and then it will also be in our Etsy shop starting in December. It comes as a PDF. And this goes with our other Buffalo Plaid designs that were in the magazines.
Awesome. And I'm going to be making that for Jolly Housewives, so I can't wait to start.
Claus Christmas. So this is Claus Christmas, and this board is from Hobby Lobby. A lot of you have already bought your boards, but it's Mr. and Mrs. Claus, elves, trees, and it's a really cute chart.
And this was a chart that actually started after she found the piece of decor. So she absolutely loved this sign, and she wanted to make something that went along with it. So she was able to design this piece off of that inspiration.
And I'm going to also make that one for Jolly Housewives.
Next up is gingerbread cookies.
Okay.
And these two are releases for this month. So they came out at the beginning of November.
So cute. And so
Gingerbread
that one,
cookies are a big thing.
if you pre-ordered it, we did ship it out, so you should be getting it. And I'm also going to stitch that one. That one, how big do you think that one is?
10 by 10, I think. But it goes really fast because a lot of it is words.
Yeah.
So cute.
Then we have Hello Santa, which is part of our All Jarred Up series. So the first one in this series was Hello My Pretties, which is a witch for Halloween. And then she did a Santa for...
And we also have a finishing tutorial for this because it's with magnets and washers that it's attached. So you can switch out each new jar as we bring out a new one.
And I'm also stitching
You
that
all-
one.
You all have a...
You're going to
club
be
for
busy.
that.
I have like 8, and I'm going to
This
show
one?
everyone my bag in a little bit. I can't stop.
Okay, so this is our Back Up the Truck series. This is Here Comes Santa Claus. And when we showed this before, I didn't add these. I found these candy canes at Walmart and also this vintage Santa sign at Walmart.
I didn't even
then-
notice
yeah.
at first it was in the little basket.
Yeah, so this is a basket, a wall hanging basket that you're able to...
Yep, and this is on with magnets and washers too. And there is also a finishing tutorial for this, right?
And if you don't want to hang it, it's also... The bottom is wide enough that it'll stand
Yep.
up on its own.
Mine is sitting on a table.
Just put something in the bottom of it.
Mm-hmm. And then just stuff the basket with all kinds of Christmas goodies.
Our next one is part of another series, so we have quite a few series that you can stitch out. So that's something that Mom started with, was things that you can switch out that are seasonal or monthly. So you only buy one finishing piece maybe and then swap out your stitching. So this is up on a pedestal. This is Mrs. Claus Bakery.
So cute.
This also has a lot of gingerbread, and gingerbread are really popular this year. So
And then this opens up where you could store your
lid.
your extra patterns, your extra.
Did you make
finished
the
pieces.
lid?
Yes, I put all the things on. This is a a flower canister from Hobby Lobby, and it's enamel. And then I have not been switching mine out because if we go somewhere and have to show all of our patterns, I want them all to be able to be on display. But some people are using magnets and washers to switch theirs out and then doing something with the top, like putting down a piece of sticky board or something and attaching all their pieces to that, and then they just take that off and do a new one for the next time.
Yep, it comes with the lid, but she decorates the lid each time in the different theme that matches up.
And you just
And this
use
time
hot
I
glue,
used-
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is a wreath that I glued on here, and then I stuck all the pieces in so that it would hold.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, next up,
Silent Night.
Silent Night.
Oh my gosh.
So Silent Night has the church up on the hill. This is our favorite Christmas song. Every Christmas Eve, we sing this in church. So Mom wanted to make a pattern out of it. This is another board from Hobby Lobby.
Mm-hmm. This was in the fall section, though, so if you want this, you need to go get it. And I know Hobby Lobby's fall is 75% off, so if you find one of those for 75% off, you're good.
And then we also have the calendar crate series. So the December calendar crates. We are now up to January. January just launched, but this is the December one that you could stitch in plenty of time for Christmas.
So
This is on a
cute.
board from Hobby Lobby. It comes with a basket on this part of it. So we just
And we
remove that
unscrewed
basket.
it, yes. And then it comes brown. Chelsea whitewashed this one with chalk paint.
And when you purchase the calendar crate patterns, you get the calendar crate, and then you also get the exclusive little small with it that you're able to stitch. You can make that an ornament, or you could attach it just like she did here. Oh, my thing fell out.
So those are like
Right.
the 2021 big releases. So those are kind of the newer ones.
I showed this in our video on Saturday, but I wanted to show it here too. If you don't have the small piece for the calendar crates, and you can find this in the fall section at Hobby Lobby, this works just as well.
And it's just a slightly different size, right?
Yep.
And all good night.
And so now we're going to move to the Christmas ones that were released last year.
No, these were released in July, for Jolly July.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So this
look
is
at- she's got it too.
twins.
Yeah.
And to all a good night. This is another wall piece from Hobby Lobby.
It says Soulmates on the board, and the item number is on the back of the chart if you get the chart.
And you can see Kimberly stitched it on the chalkboard Ada. We stitched it on black even weave.
Mm-hmm.
They're both beautiful.
And hers is finished on the same sign, so.
Oh. And this is the Priscilla's plaid right here.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. A Merry Little Christmas.
Is that this? No.
Next up is a Merry Little Christmas. This is something a little different because it's done on the
Oh, she's got it too.
the blue
Yep.
evening book.
Yes. Evening blue.
So this is evening blue fabric that Mom dyed,
Mm-hmm.
and then coffee tea dyed to get this effect. And
28 count Monaco.
it really makes the white pop on it.
Mhm.
Kimberly, do you remember what yours was stitched on?
Fabric clear.
No, because on my little library card it says chalkboard black, but it's not chalkboard black.
but
It's
I think it's
fabric
Fabric
flare. Fabric flare aqua dyed effect.
Yeah.
And one thing is, everyone was asking you guys, this is what I think is so funny. A lot of people were asking, oh, do something different than black. And then y'all did aqua, and then everybody still stitched it on
Right.
black.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
Right. We noticed that with our releases for the tidbits this
Yes.
month.
We try to give them something other than black, and then they all stitch it on black.
Yes.
Like the freebie that we released last week, they're stitching it on black.
But we love
Yes.
it. It
Yes.
looks perfect. We love it.
Uh-oh. It hung up.
Oops. Hold on. Okay, keep going. Sorry.
Rudolph
This
and
thing
Mr.
is like,
Claus.
hold on. Sorry, we're having like a little technical difficulty. I accidentally hit the thing.
Hello. We're
Okay,
back.
sorry about that.
That's okay. At least it wasn't us.
Next up behind us is Rudolph and Mr. Claus. So that's another series that we have. Kimberly has it right there.
Mm-hmm.
It is part of the sip of the season. So you can see Rudolph sipping his little mug with Santa peeping out of it. The little snowman reindeer, super cute.
And that one is finished on a tray in like the everyday section of Hobby Lobby. So I think you can probably still get that. And I finished both of ours the same.
And this one kind of goes with the one you released this morning where Santa Claus is in his pajamas. That would look really cute with this one.
Yes.
Yes.
What's next?
Oh, it's me. December trucking along. December trucking along can be seen on our shirts that Kimberly and I are wearing, as well as our new project bags. We are so excited about this. And on the back of the shirt has the little light strand. But so many people were like, oh, can that be a chart? It already is.
Oh, and I love Kimberly's. I finished that on one of those fake books from Home Goods.
The camera is backwards from what it is usually for us. So me trying to hold these, I'm so sorry. I'm so awkward, like trying to get the right angle.
Yeah, I'm on the wrong side.
And this is really cute because it opens up.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I love the finish on that book.
This was another series, the Truckin' Along series. You got the monthly topper, and then you got a truck for each month that kind of coincided with the month.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I just did mine in one piece.
On the house. Oh, right. All right. Next is up.
Right. You, there's two pieces that come with it, and Kimberly stitched hers all in one piece. This is up on the housetop. Kimberly stitched this one too. And hers I finished with a truck and a frame underneath it to hold it. And ours, I don't know if that finishing piece is still available at Hobby Lobby, but it was from last year.
Yeah, it was from
And then
the spring shop.
This frame?
Yep.
Oh, your frame is, but not mine.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I don't think I could get this frame when I finished yours last year.
But finished with Priscilla's pretty plaids in black and red and white and black.
Yes.
So cute. And you can really see
Yep.
the difference in the fabric they use and the fabric I use.
Yes. Yes.
But both look amazing. I
Yes.
mean, you couldn't, both are beautiful. And if you have trouble, so that's what we hear a lot is I have trouble stitching on pure black. Try all the tips, good lighting, white pillowcase in your lap. But if not,
Do the
Kimberly's
14 count,
looks amazing in the chalkboard. And that has a little bit of a grayer tint.
And theirs have chickens in the air, but Priscilla was
right,
nice
right.
enough to draw me some reindeer, and they're on her blog, which is priscillas2000.blogspot.com if you want reindeer instead of chickens. Because I was like, I don't know that I can have a chicken in the air.
They're pulling Santa's sleigh.
Yeah.
Santa Claus is coming to town. All right, next up is Santa Claus is coming to town.
And this is a mailbox with letters to Santa. This is still available at Hobby Lobby. I don't know if they still have them in stock, but they brought it out again this year. And it's just, oh, you have the same one.
Yeah. This is so exciting to see.
Yeah.
Just the doodads are a little bit different, but it's just attached with magnets.
No, that one's not. That one's
it's
glued.
hot glued. Never
Yeah.
mind, it's hot glued, but you could attach it with magnets if you wanted to.
Yep. And there you can see the difference too with the chalkboard and the black.
Yeah. Next we have Candy Cane Coupe.
It's right there on top of it. I didn't take the other one off the tree. I only took one.
So this is Candy Cane Coupe.
Oh my gosh. So cute.
I hope you guys can't hear Ronnie snoring.
A little gingerbread chicken coop
Yes.
with the lollipops, the peppermints.
And this one was stitched on, what's the other kind of blue? Denim blue that was coffee tea dyed after.
And this was finished as an ornament. So this is a little bit of a smaller piece. She sandwiched two pieces of sticky board together to create a finished ornament. We have many finishing tutorials on Fat Quarter Shop's YouTube as well as our YouTube where you can see how to finish those. Then we had Jolly St. Nick and Rudolph, which is part of the Sip of the Seasons, and that is back here.
You can take it out if you want. That other one you can't get out. Oh, Kimberly's got one too. You stitched a lot of our stuff. We feel so honored.
I know.
So hers is on an easel, it looks like, and ours is in a frame.
My easel's broke though. I asked Kevin to fix it, but he didn't know how.
Nothing some hot glue can't fix. So another part of the Sip of the Seasons, like we showed you Rudolph in his pajamas. This is Santa, and he's got Rudolph in his mug.
That one we did for Jolly July. The first year we did Jolly July.
Yes.
So we stitched together in July and December for Christmas, and that's how we ended up with so many pieces, because this has only been like a year and a half, and I have 28 pieces here. Just Christmas.
Wow. Does that include your ornaments too?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, next up are some of the Dapper Doodads that we've released. These are from this month. So we have last week's, which was Fraser Fur Farm.
Okay, you got to tell the story about the spelling, because I'm still confused on which one is right and which one isn't.
We are too,
So
to be honest.
technically it's Fraser, so I made a mistake. But if you Google it, so many companies spell it Frasier, including Yankee Candle. Their Fraser Fur is spelled with an I.
Yeah, I would.
So-
If I was stitching it, I would put an I in it.
But anyway, it's funny that all of the people's comments, they're like, oh, we love the show Frasier, so we're leaving it that way. Oh, we want it to be different, so we're leaving it that way. We're not changing it.
And then this was finished on a paddle from Stitch Etc. There
Yes.
on Facebook. You can find they have many different colors. Priscilla's Pretty Plaids is used in the background. Now the doodads, the Dapper Doodads, are 4 inches by 4 inches, and we stick with that size throughout the series. We started those at the beginning of the year. I think so. The beginning of the year. So each week, every Friday, a Dapper Doodad is typically released.
And they come out like in a series of 4, unless there's 5 Fridays.
Yeah. And then we had Holly Tree Farm.
That one's super cute.
Again, the paddle. This is just a different color. Chunky paddle from Stitch, etc.
And you
then
can
there'll be
even put a
another one
bow
that
on the
goes with that.
top. You could put a bow on the top of that paddle and put it as an ornament.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Yep, I use a lot of the Dapper Doodads as ornaments.
Jolly St. Nick.
Jolly St. Nick.
Jolly St. Nick.
Is that an ornament?
Yes, because it's with this one. So this is Jolly St. Nick. Another ornament. This one uses Chelsea's checks. So the checks are a smaller plaid.
And you can show the back of that too. This one's finished as an ornament. I think so.
I don't even remember stitching this.
It had a little pink house, so I think you did.
Yeah, she's holding it in her hand.
I can't even remember.
And then
Is yours finished as an ornament too?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
along with that one, we released Merry and Bright. So these were this year
Jolly July.
Jolly July. Merry and Bright. So cute.
And like Chelsea said, we do have finishing tutorials on our YouTube and on Pack Quarter Shop's YouTube too.
And
And
these
hopefully
are the
we'll get there to do more.
and these are the Chelsea checks.
Yep.
So cute.
And then Ho 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 was this one.
There must have been 5 weeks in July. 5
Yeah.
Fridays.
I think you did a bonus.
And in between the sandwich of the sticky board, so she used a sticky board to finish it, if you're new here, she put the vintage trim, Lori Holt's vintage trim in Cloud, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
So on hers, she put them this way, and then on mine, she just covered it.
Yep.
So cute. So Priscilla finished all of these for me. So huge thank you to Priscilla.
Then we had
Sorry, my ear
gingerbread
thing
bakery.
keeps coming out. Gingerbread bakery. Oh,
Gingerbread Bakery is finished on a smaller paddle from Stitch Etc.
Yep.
Hold on, I dropped
That
my
one was
earbud. Oh, I found it.
Oh no.
and then the Holly Jolly.
I can't hear anything. Yes. But it's
This one was finished on a Hobby Lobby small frame.
Jolly.
It was a patriotic frame that she covered with the Chelsea's checks.
I think it works.
Can you hear now?
And then you can see she stitched that one. Mom finished it as an ornament for her. 4 inches by 4 inches. They are small enough to create a statement piece on your tree.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because
Yeah, sorry, I
are so
had
popular.
to put these on. My other ones kept falling
worry.
out.
That's okay.
Technical problems.
Yeah.
All right, and then we have some tier tray tidbits. So we're first going to start with the ones that we can show what we released today. So today, this morning, came out Ho Ho Ho. And these are the ones we were talking about earlier that are all stitched on the
Aqua.
aqua fabric.
It's evening blue with coffee tea dye, but it looks aqua.
Yep. And Santa's in his little jammies. He's super cute. She finished it as an ornament. And then this is the first time you'll see the stitching stripes.
I think we've used them on other pieces, but we just haven't pointed it out.
Then we had Be Jolly and Be Merry. So these are all part of that same
Okay, go that
series
way a little.
inside
Go
the
towards
tier.
Priscilla a little bit. There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah. So cute.
And again, if you want to stitch these on black, you can, no problem. Just switch out the black B to a different color. Make it in white or green or whatever you wanted it to be.
I have a Christmas tree in my bedroom that's aqua and red, so I wanted it to have the aqua background.
All right, these were what did we do these last month?
Mm-hmm.
These were last month's tier tray tidbits. Tier tray tidbits are 3 inches by 4 inches. So Dapper Doodads 4 inches by 4 inches. They're square. These are rectangular, whether they're landscape or vertical. So this is 'Tis the Season. Santa's little mug. Mom collects these vintage Santa mugs.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Somebody's chainsawing right outside the window.
And I'm going to make that one for Jolly July, so I'm excited.
Jolly Housewives.
Yeah.
Or Jolly July is next year, right?
Then I'll Be Home for Christmas.
So cute.
So I found all these beads on Amazon, and all the wood beads are so popular, and these are all checked. So I've been using them for the hangers, and it just adds a little bit more to the ornaments.
Candy Cane Lane.
There's
Sorry.
the stripes too. Yeah, these are the stitching stripes.
Yeah, and if y'all want to link to those balls, you just, they have an Amazon shop that they link, and it's in that shop.
Yes. And then Here Comes Santa.
And these I used the Rick Rack like I did Kimberly's, where I just attached it on the sides.
Stitching stripes in white and red.
And a messed up bow.
I didn't fluff the bows before we started. All right, then we have the sweet jar. So then we had
In July.
In July we did
the
jar.
tiered tray tidbits, and those they're all stacked up right there.
Okay. These were done on blocks. So we had a run to Michael's for these blocks that people were trying to get a hold of. This is a little gingerbread. Now, with some of these tier tray tidbits, when we complete the series, we typically give a little surprise bonus chart. So this Mom's was on one of the blocks from Michael's, and you can see Kimberly's was finished as an ornament.
No, that's a block from Stitch Etc. That's why it's plain.
Oh, sorry, block from Stitch Etc.
They make the blocks now, so you can get them there. Because Michael's, you can no longer get them. They were from the spring or summertime.
Jingle jar.
That's another Stitch Etc. block. And Kimberly wanted hers all finished as ornaments.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to stitch for our Jolly Housewives stitch along. I'm stitching the jars, but I'm going to make them into ornaments so I have them for a tree.
Guys, my stigmatism must be super bad because I cannot hold these things straight
told
for
you.
the life of me.
That's why you can't drive.
This is the, like, why is it like crooked? The Mary jar. This is Mrs. Claus, and she's strung up her ornament garland with her gingerbread houses. This is one of the Michael's blocks, and Kimberly's is again done as an ornament. This is hard. And then Jolly
You're
jar.
supposed to say this is hard. Where's Hunter?
Jolly jar.
And this one's perfect since my last name is Jolly.
Yes.
Yeah, you get a lot of good stuff when
I
Christmas
do.
time.
All right, then we had, Mom has a patriotic tree, and we found that many people do the same thing. So we had a patriotic themed Christmas series.
Mm-hmm.
Snow Spangled Banner. Now remember the names of these is going to be tough. Snow Spangled Banner. You've got your snowmen holding up some patriotic banners. Now I love stitching these because my son is a patriotic baby, so I hope to decorate with them one day.
Yeah, he was born on
whipping
July
up-
4th, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Whipping Up Freedom.
So cute.
He's in his mixing bowl with Rudolph.
So
Stars
cute.
and Stripes Delivery.
That's this one,
That's this one.
I think.
Oh my gosh, that's my favorite one.
And then Freedom Delivery.
Yeah, you're right. Show them the back of that. I think it's really cute. And that twill tape that I used for decoration, that came from Pack Order Shop.
This.
I can't remember who
Oh.
makes that. Is it?
Yeah, that is
it-
Minnick and Simpson.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I was going to say that, but I thought, that doesn't sound right.
Okay, and then we did Holiday Hen, which is back here. So she is in her little apron. And this was a barn from the spring shop at Hobby Lobby.
Yes, but they had it again this year, so maybe next year they'll have it again. Or you
Yes.
might already have bought one. And this, you could definitely put the magnets on because it's, but I really wanted to decorate the top with all the greenery and everything, so.
Yep.
Mine's glued.
So cute.
All right. Then we had, so our first series was the What's in My Cup series.
Mm-hmm.
And that we have Deck the Hall. So our chickens are trimming the tree in a Ray Dunn inspired mug.
And that house is from not Walmart, Michael's last year. I'm not sure if they have them. Our Michael's didn't have all their Christmas stuff out when I was there last week, so I'm not sure if they have all the things out that they're going to have, but I didn't see any little houses.
We hope, but just by showing you these different finishes, you're able to kind of take some ideas when you do go shopping to those craft places to be able to finish your things outside of
Yes.
the box instead of always putting them in a frame or putting them under the bed and not finishing them.
Yeah. And a lot of them are super, I mean, all those little pieces, they're not expensive at all.
No. Especially when they mark everything down to 50% off, you can finish something for like $3. So you can't beat that.
Santa's
Sure
helper.
beats the price of framing.
Do you know what Santa's helper is?
Oh yeah, it's the reindeer.
Oh, here. Santa's helpers. This is on a Stitch Etc. paddle. Little reindeer with the ornaments
cute.
hanging off of his antlers.
So even though these are on paddles, I'm still using them as ornaments. So you can just put a little thing through there and hang them.
We ran out of ornament hangers last year, and she used a bread twisty tie. So use what you have. Use what you
No,
have.
it was white, and I put it on a white tree. And if I put the green hook on their white tree, it would have looked stupid.
Oh, but the bread tie looks much better.
It's covered by the branch.
This is Mrs. Claus. A What's
She's
in
always
my
gonna
cup?
make fun of me.
A What's in my cup with the little gingerbread. Mr. Claus, so they're a pair. Mr. Claus right here. He's decorating his little cup with the lights. And Mary. Another what's in my cup. You have the home for the holidays kind of house on top. What is this finished on? This is,
I think that was from Walmart,
Mm-hmm.
but it was from the fall section. I think.
yeah, Walmart. All right, then we did Holidays with the Housewives last year.
Oh yeah.
That's this.
Mhm.
Mrs. Claus cookies.
Yeah, she's in there.
Yeah, so
So
I think I
these
made
we
this
both-
one.
We both stitched these, so
Yeah.
there's two versions. There's the aqua and then there's the black because everybody did the black, so I had to go and stitch them on black. And these are the two different tutorials that we have, the one to make it shorter and then the one that makes it a little bit longer. And then the one that makes it longer, I decorated the backs also. Oh, there's 3 of them.
There's 3.
Sweet delivery.
It's the truck. And there's the smaller version and the bigger version. But both of those tutorials are on our YouTube channel.
And she used covered buttons on these. She has the stitching stripes on that covered button. Super cute. Then Santa's cookies. I think that's this guy.
Santa's cookies.
Cute.
I have it. We're just trying to find it. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I have so many things. I just don't even know where to start.
We don't either, so it's okay.
But it's so
Gingerbread,
fun to drag them all out.
Yes.
gingerbread cottage. For those of you that don't know, Mom starts decorating for Christmas November 1st, like October 31st at midnight type of thing. She gets out her
That's
box.
the wrong one. That's the sweet cup, isn't it?
Oh, yes. Where's my...
And the sweet cup came with, I have both of them. The sweet cup came as a freebie with, I don't remember which one though.
One of them. Sweet cup is this. I'll get it by the end of this.
Oh,
I
the
promise.
sweet cup. I don't think I made that one.
Okay.
But it is so much fun to get all these out. Did we show that one?
No. So this came out with
The sweet jar.
Okay.
Where-
we need help.
But that one it was a freebie with the sweet jar. The jars of Christmas cheer.
All right, then we did Jolly July for 2020. 2020. So we had Gingham Greetings 1 and 2, and Gingham Greetings 1 and 2, and then Merry Mrs. and Jolly Claus are also available in printed form, so you can get them at PDF at Quarter Shop, but you can also get them in printed form. They come to a booklet. So first we have Gingham Greetings 1 and 2, so those were the trucks.
Okay, and then there's a second pair of them because we both stitched them. And these are finished with some plaid fabric. And those are finished with our fabric. And these are just finished as a smaller ornament instead of the bigger.
Then we had Jolly Claus.
So cute.
And Merry Mrs. So Mom stitched them, and then I stitched them, and then Mom stitched them as well because she wanted some for hers. For Tree. All right. So that's the...
Oh, and this is this was our first chart that we ever did. This is a freebie. Chicken
Oh, and
Joy.
I made that one.
Yeah, you made the tree part.
I did.
And that's available on my blog. It's a free pattern. And there's a few other free patterns too that you can find on my blog.
You framed it yourself, right?
Yeah, I had this Pier 1, and I had already had it, and I just put it in there.
I saw, where did I see it? Somebody stitched that tree, but they did it in pink. It was the cutest thing ever.
I bet that is cute.
Next, we have some winter themes. So if you want to get it a jump start on your winter stuff, we have Hello Winter first.
The big one.
Oh, the big one. Yeah. This is a Stitch Etc. paddle, just a big one. And it would fit in an easel, or it also has a hanger hole where you could hang it up if you wanted to. The little banner, super cute.
And there's a chicken snowman and a cat snowman.
Yes. And then this
Light and flurry.
Yeah.
So a fox with his little snowman friend in the cup.
Another part of the Sip of the Seasons series.
We did. One of the questions we have is they want more foxes. So
Yes.
I'm just letting
They're
you know
coming.
they want to know when the next fox is coming.
Next month. Well, the end of this month.
Yeah,
No.
we start gearing up winter
Yep.
next month. Don't they know we're doing a video? Ice Baby was part of the What's in My Cup. So Mom was a figure skater.
We both stitched this one too. I made mine into an ornament for my ice skate tree.
So
And this one was
cute.
finished on a paddle.
And this little skate was from Michael's, and then I finished the back of it.
So cute.
Then we have Let It Snow.
The winter is right there.
You want to show this one?
And this is a tin from Michael's last year, but I did see that they do have tins this year too. And these 3x4s fit perfectly on that. And you could also do that with magnets.
Then we have Sweater Weather.
This is a little box from Stitch Etc.
And there's that fox they want.
It's a little tray.
I thought it was a box, no?
It's like a tray.
Okay.
This is Winter Joy. The cardinal. Cardinals are big for winter too.
And so you put out your winter in January, right?
Yes. This is Silent Night. I don't think we showed this one.
So cute.
And that house is from Michael's, and then I added the plaid trees and the snowflakes.
Then we had another series.
You
These were
did?
all ornament series, or
Snowmen.
all ornament size though. So first we had Snow Cottage.
So cute. I remember when that one came out.
Snow Day.
So cute.
Snow Delivery. So typically a delivery would be a trip.
Didn't y'all
With the
say
kitty on top.
Didn't y'all say it's already snowed there?
Yes.
Yeah, we had snow flurries.
on Mom's birthday. Big, huge snow flurries. And then Whip It. Whip It good. With the little snowman Belle. He's one of my favorites.
And then the January calendar crate. So we just switched this out with we
December.
use only one finishing piece and then switch it out. And then the small one for that is Sweater Weather.
Yeah, and I'm hoping to finish that one by the end of the year. Or both of them. So cute.
And then this is the January Trucking Along from last year.
Yep, and I finished that one. I just didn't bring it. I did it as one piece.
And this just goes on the magnets and washers on. I have a couple of different finishing pieces for that series, so they just switch out. And is that it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Is that it?
Is it already Thursday?
So let's talk about you guys' fabric. This is the first fabric collection. And it is 6 plaids that are larger. And you designed a quilt pattern.
Yes.
It comes in table runner and lap.
So this is the table runner. And the quilt is right here. It's gorgeous.
So awesome. And then that would also look good in Chelsea's checks, which is the smaller version.
Yes.
Yes.
Or mix them both together
Yes. That's a good idea.
and add some of the stripes.
Oh, yeah.
We love all the buffalo plaid though, so this was perfect with for the farmhouse feel with all the blacks and reds.
And then
But you could do it like in the oranges and make it Halloweeny.
Yep.
And then these are the new stripes that just came in. So cute. I haven't used these yet. Gotta use them. And then I want to show you the bag up close. So this is the bag we've had for a while. And I put all of my Jolly Housewives in there.
Woohoo!
So I gotta start. And this is a really great size, guys. This one is really awesome.
Yes,
You
it
can
fits
fit
your
a lot
iPad.
in it.
I took it the other day when I went on my road trip and I fit my iPad, my stitching, my little folder thing that I put my threads in.
Clutch.
Yep. So it's a great
cute.
size. And on the back, it's printed with our logo. So it's really nice.
Yes.
Yeah, and this one's like got more colors. It's larger.
Mm-hmm.
It's made in the USA.
Woo!
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk a little bit about tea dyeing and dyeing and all that stuff, because that's kind of what started, I think, everything with you guys. So talk a little bit about it for people who don't know.
So I was never one to stitch on white fabric, and I would tea dye and coffee dye my fabrics. We did do a video about that. But then when Chelsea started stitching with me, she wanted hers darker. So then our stuff became really dark. It was like tea dyed with a tan. So
Yes.
That was what fit her aesthetic. So she's always loved, designing
rusty and crusty.
rusty and crusty. She's like decorating with that. And so when she used to stitch other designers' things, she would, change colors and things like that to match her decor. So it was always about what fit into her house instead of just stitching what was there. And that was included with the fabric. So if we stitch it on black, that doesn't mean that you have to stitch it on black. And we hope that we encourage that. We want you to, it's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be a hobby. And that neutral color that she was looking for is what she liked with tea coffee dyeing. So, you mix it in a big pot and can really watch that video. And she was just like, I cannot believe that.
I was horrified.
So also, we didn't show this. Oh, this was the first Punch Needle Primitive Stitcher magazine.
Okay, I can't hear you guys.
Can you hear us now? Can you hear us now?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay.
Okay, so we forgot the Punch Needle Primitive Stitcher
yeah.
magazines
I made that one
This
too.
was
I
from-
just don't know where it is.
last year. Yeah, I finished yours on a box and with those Santas in it, and then you had to go buy those Santas.
Oh, I did. I did.
There it is.
Yeah, I found it. What's funny
Anyway, this
is
was
I
from
always
last
leave
year.
these little tags on for customers, and then my
Yes.
kids are like, take the tags off.
Mom leaves them on as well, so it's okay.
Yeah, because everybody always wants to know, and then you have it.
Yeah. So tell us how you both started cross-stitching.
So I started, I don't know, a person that I met showed me that they were doing, and I was like, oh, that's fun. So I started. But that was like, I was in my 20s. And then I did do like the Dimensions kit stockings. But then I think it was 2013 or 2014, I started thinking, I want to do some of that, but I want it to decorate my house. I don't want it just to be a stocking or an ornament. I want decorations for my house. And that's how all this started.
Can you tell me a cross-stitch gone wrong story?
The Fraser fur. It was already released and it's stitched wrong. I don't know.
How
That was
many?
a great birthday.
Right, that was her birthday, and people are messaging her, you spelled it wrong, you spelled it wrong. Like,
Oh my god.
well, we decided to just leave it. I mean, it is what it is at that point. We've seen it spelled both ways, and it's
And
a fun story.
right.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's a fun story, whatever.
Right. But it's so easy to fix if you want it spelled correctly, just leave out the I, move the E and the R over one stitch, and you're good.
Right.
So
So we put that notification everywhere.
yeah, I would have never even noticed. I didn't even know until I saw it on your video.
We didn't either.
I
So
should've
tell
known
me,
that.
people want to know how we met.
Yeah.
So I remember Denise telling the story of how I was watching your video, like when you first started the cross stitch part, and I commented on it, and Denise said that she was jumping up and down behind the camera because they were so excited.
Oh yeah, I'm so excited.
I don't know, but you guys had asked to set up a call with us, and we were so nervous for
Yes,
that
we were
call.
sweating.
We were sweating and like shoving the phone between us, like, you talk, no, you talk. We were just nervous. You're like a celebrity, so for us to have a phone call with you, it was fun.
Kimberly is very nice, very down to earth for all of you watching.
Yeah.
I'm just
she's
a
not
normal
scary at all.
person.
Right. She was very scary to us though in the beginning. But then we went there, and it's great. We talk all the time. It's just great.
Now that you've designed patterns and fabric, what do you think is next on your bucket list?
Well, there's a lot of things. People suggest a lot of things, and we do have some things in the works with you. And
I think a cookbook would be fun for Mom, just to put her recipes. I mean, we're the housewives of cross stitch, right? So we very much live up to that first part as well. So cooking and taking care of a home and things like that, that's something that we both enjoy.
Have to have an oven and a stove.
Right. That's something we both enjoy. So I mean, putting her recipes into a book would be, and incorporating some cross stitch into that, I think that would be a joy. I think maybe
Definitely more cross stitch.
Well, yeah.
I got ideas. Like I can't wait to
if
put
I
out
could
there.
stitch faster, she'd have 40 patterns a week, guys.
I wouldn't,
She would.
because I can't stitch that fast either.
Can y'all each?
And-
Oh, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Can y'all each tell me like a really funny story from a retreat you've gone to?
Well, it wasn't funny, but the 2 retreats ago, Mom had to, at 7 a.m, Mom had to pack up herself and go by
It was
herself.
8 o'clock.
Oh, 8 o'clock in the morning. I had been
She
sick.
was too sick, and in this day and age, you can't drag somebody into a room.
So we had already, the night before, we had loaded up my car to go because we wanted to be on top of things. So we would just get out and go in the morning. And I woke up, I drove all the way here, and I was like, I don't know. I don't think so. So we unloaded the car,
Yes.
threw everything in hers. And
Out in the middle of the cul-de-sac, just swinging the stuff back and forth, and then I'm like, okay, I gotta go. And Cash said, I'm going too. I said, you can't.
you can't, kid. So she drove 4 hours by herself to get there, and got there with like 10 minutes. I didn't know if she was there or not. Her location wasn't showing, so I called her like 15 times. I can't talk right now. Like,
No, I had to set up every single chart that we've ever stitched. I set up. And you saw how many Christmas pieces. We got Halloween, we got fall, we got spring, we got winter,
Yes.
we got it all. Americana. Yeah,
Mhm.
we had a lot. So
Is there anywhere in the world that you would like to go that you haven't gone?
Italy.
Italy.
So Italy was on my bucket list for when I turned 30, and that never happened. So I'd like to go to Italy. I would like to visit Disney in Paris.
Oh.
And I mean, I would like to go, I don't know, just out west, maybe see some things.
If you could have as many dogs and cats as you wanted, how many would you have?
I'm not allowed anymore. I have 4 cats and 3 dogs. I'm not allowed anymore.
I would probably have one more dog, maybe. I don't know. If somebody came and dropped off a basket of puppies on my porch, I'd keep them all. So.
She would.
She would keep them.
Yes, definitely.
What do y'all do to relax?
Cross stitch.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I mean, stitching. That's what we use this as, and it's still that way, even though it is a job for us, stitching.
If you could pick a favorite cross stitch designer besides yourself, who would you pick?
Prairie Schooler.
Yeah, I like Little House Needleworks and Country Cottage Needleworks, Nikki and Diane.
How much time does it take from like starting and ending your FlossTube? Like, how many hours does it take for you to prep your video every week?
So it's a culmination, because when we receive packages and stuff, Mom puts them all in here, and then getting the giveaways and dispersing the giveaways, because that's part of FlossTube, that lasts all week as well. Reading all of the comments that are left to pick winners and things, that lasts all week. When we sit down to do the video, I'd say we have like a half hour of prep where we're getting stuff together and figuring out what we need to show.
Probably 10 minutes.
And then
we just kind of fly through it.
and then like an hour for the video itself.
Yep.
Depending on if Cash is here, maybe a little bit longer. And then
or if I've said something stupid and she's got to back it up.
yeah, and then an hour of uploading the video, getting the links, and doing all that. So, I mean, it's a culmination. We've never sat and calculated, but on Saturdays, it's about 2.5 hours.
Yeah, it was weird 2 weeks ago to not have a video. And then
yes, that's the first time in a very, very, very long time.
That was sent for Chelsea, and it was in a box, and I was like, gosh, why didn't she take that with her the next week? Because we didn't do it together. It was funny.
She was like, why didn't you take that with, like, blaming me? Like, because I wasn't here. I was on Zoom. So that's the first time, even after I had a baby. I mean,
no, we did Zoom when I was away.
No, I'm saying that's the first time in a long time we've missed.
Oh, right. We haven't. I don't think we've ever missed a week, have we?
No.
I think that's the only time I've ever seen y'all miss.
Yeah.
Yep, in 4 years.
But I was yucky, and there was no way I was getting on video. My eye was swollen shut from my sinuses. There was no way I was getting on a video.
One of the questions we got a lot is, why do you switch between like 12 grain bamboo and then like licorice red and what's the other red you use? Ribbon red. Like, why do you switch up those colors?
Well, first of all, floss sometimes is hard to get. So if we did them all in bamboo, then there would be a bamboo shortage. If we split it up, then there's not so much of a shortage and there's not so much of a difference with it. Although 12 grain does have a little bit of tan in it, but that's fine. You don't notice it once you stitch it. So it looks, to me, they both look almost the same.
Yeah, the bamboo we use on the blue fabrics because it really pops. It's a bright white. Mm-hmm. But I mean, either way, they're going to be beautiful. But yes.
And ribbon red is my favorite. That's more like a stronger, brighter red. And then the licorice red I use
for vintagey.
Yeah.
Like a barn or
like after Christmas when you're doing wintry things, then that red seems to suit better.
Yep.
What is your goal for 2022 in terms of designing patterns? Do you still think you'll have 2 a week?
Yes.
Plus, so like, you'll probably have like 100 patterns next year.
Yep, so we typically do 2 a week, and we try to do 3 big releases a month, if not more. We do have a lot of series, so there may be more pieces dispersed throughout the year. And then we also do the Punch Needle Primitive Stitcher magazine. We have a few retreats that have exclusives. Mm-hmm. So there are, and we do the bonus patterns in the Tier Tray Tidbit series. Mm-hmm. We typically give a free pattern for birthdays, our birthdays. Mm-hmm. So yeah, probably well over 100 patterns actually.
And I can't wait to see what y'all do after Calendar Crates. Have y'all already thought about that yet?
Yes.
Oh, I'm going to have to bribe that out of you.
Yeah, Piper needs a new wardrobe, so yeah.
Yeah. How many different projects do y'all stitch? Like, how do you divide up the stitching between the two of you?
So what we do now, and I don't remember how it used to be, but Chelsea stitches both smalls in the week, and then I stitch the big ones.
Yeah. And I'll stitch the small for the calendar crates, and I'll sometimes start the retreat pieces or the magazine pieces, and Mom will finish it. Like the buffalo plaid borders, I did the borders for her. Yeah. That's how we've split it up so far.
Mhm.
It's easier. So the bigger pieces, there may be more opportunities that she wants to change.
Yes.
And she's able to change it along the way. It's not like once she designs it, it's set. She's always making small changes. And if I were to stitch it for her, I don't see that same artistic thing that she does. So I'd have to take pictures. The process would take forever, or she wouldn't be happy with the final thing. Where a small ornament, she's able to look at it and say, yeah, that's finished. Yeah. We're good to go. And there may be a few like stitches I have to change, but symmetry wise, not design wise.
Right.
And I definitely know the answer to this question, but a lot of people wanted to know, like, how do you pick what fabric you're going to stitch on, what colors? Like, how do you come up with that?
Well, most of our things are on the black, and it seems like everybody loves it, even though some people complain, but then they stitch stuff that they put on blue on black anyway.
So Mom started this as being chalkboard. So it's supposed to look like, she's a chalk artist, so it was supposed to look like her chalkboard pieces put into cross stitch is what the conversion is supposed to look like. Now she's taken some design leeway and some creativity for other things, but that was the intention to begin with. So that's why we stitch a lot of our stuff on black. Now, how do you pick your colors? She's got like a set color.
She does.
She has them. You can find them all in Floss Packs at Fat Quarter Shop. So she has her color scheme, and then every now and then she'll do a one-off, for calendar crates.
But I have heard that people really appreciate that because like they'll have leftovers from something and then they just use them for the next, and you do the same thing.
I do.
So
I love it. It makes it easy.
Right. And I don't feel like I need to switch them up all the time because I feel like those colors are what, they look good. Why change it, right?
Yeah.
And I think it provides a lot of uniformity because a lot of people stitch the same designer over and over. And so it's great that there's uniformity because then it all matches when you go to decorate later.
Yeah, like your tree. If you're putting these as ornaments on your tree, they all kind of coordinate, which is nice.
Yes, and when I put up my Prairie Schooler tree, we had some comments that people are going to have a stitching with the Housewives tree this year.
We can't wait to see it.
Right, and with everything being like similar colors, it'll be perfect.
Yeah, and if you haven't seen it yet, Mom does a scrapbook tree, but I think it would be perfect for a cross-stitch tree. So this scrapbook tree has a spinning base on it, so it turns slowly, and you can see all sides of the tree. So if you were to decorate your tree with all your stitching, you'd be able to kind of present that as a beautiful decoration. I think it'd be a great idea.
And how many Christmas trees do you both have? I actually told Kevin how many Priscilla had, and he was like, don't even think about it.
I have 12 up right now, and I still have to get the real tree, so that'll be 13.
And I only have one tree right now. I am in a rental, so I'm in a smaller house until we find something. The housing market is crazy right now. So once that goes, I'll have probably 10 trees as well.
Oh my goodness. I have two.
Like 600
7, yeah.
I'm not sure what I'm going to do with mine, though, because I'm going to need some little small ones to put y'all's stuff on. So I'll have to use that as an excuse to buy
Maybe the kids want trees in their room.
Oh, they have them. So they have these little colored trees. So there's like an orange tree, a blue tree, a white tree, and then I think there was a green one, but something happened to it. So I think but yeah, they have trees. They're ugly and I can't stand them, but they like them, and so yes, they have their own trees. It's not cute, but that's kind of my rule is like if we have something that I don't like, I'm just like, oh yeah, put it in your room.
Yep.
Can you explain to everybody how your PDF and paper pattern system works? Because I think a lot of people are confused.
Yes. So the weeks that we do. So right now our series are Tier Tray Tidbits and the Dapper Doodads. Before that, it was the What's in My Cups. Those are all released weekly. So they are PDF strictly, unless we have a one-off where we decide to print. Like last year we did the Merry Misses, the Jolly Claus, Gingham Greetings 1 and 2. But those are produced weekly. So we're stitching and releasing those as we go. To get those printed, you wouldn't have the same
effect.
time schedule. And then each month we release typically 3 or 4 bigger pieces, and those are all on paper patterns. We allow shops to have 1 month with those. In most cases, with the calendar crates and the trucking along, these shops were given 45 days before they are put in our Etsy. So all the patterns that you see are released eventually as PDFs, unless we do an exclusive, whatever the case is.
I know that a lot of our foreign customers appreciate that. And you can get our PDFs. All of them are available at our quarter shop or our Etsy shop.
Yes. So if a pattern, so say the patterns that we had, Claus, Christmas, and gingerbread cookies, those released at the first week of November, those will be available as a PDF December 1st. The calendar crate January will be released as a PDF on Fat Quarter Shop and our Etsy on December 15th.
Yes. So you have 15 days if you want to hang it up by the first of the month.
Yeah.
If you had to pick like your very favorite pattern that y'all have designed, which one would y'all pick?
I can only take one.
I really love Silent Night.
Yeah, me too. But I also, the gingerbread cookies.
Yeah.
Harlow just went and smacked Piper.
I think mine is all the trucking alongs. Oh yeah, that one's so cute.
So this is Mom's real recipe. She does plan on putting a blog post up of how she bakes them and everything, but this is the recipe that she uses each year.
Oh, I thought that was, I was confused on your video. I didn't know that was a real recipe, so I couldn't figure out how to connect to the question.
Yes, so Christmas cookies is big for Mom. She decorates Christmas cookies tons of Christmas cookies, and gingerbread are one of her favorite to decorate, so she put that in a pattern, and people are saying, you've started something now. You're going to have lots of your recipes into cross stitch. So.
And we do have plans for that.
And do you, can you talk a little bit about all the seasons you decorate with, the seasons that you don't decorate with, and kind of that, because people really want to know that.
Okay, so we'll start. I decorate for Christmas, and that ends for me around, between the January 1st and 3rd, and then it's just winter. I leave up the wintry looking things, and I leave up 2 of my trees, the ice skate tree and the snowman tree, in the month of January. I did do a Valentine's tree last year for the first time, and we did have Valentine's charts, and I did a little Valentine decorating, but normally I don't do Valentine's Day. I just wait until spring. In March, I bring out spring. I'm not a St. Patrick's Day decorator. We did have some St. Patrick's Day charts.
Yeah, so we've learned how to still release charts and design charts.
Yes,
for
because
things.
we get requests, right? Like the Thanksgiving, I don't decorate for Thanksgiving, but we had a series of Thanksgiving charts because everybody wanted them, so they got them.
Yeah,
but then I go into spring, and then in May sometime I switched over to patriotic, and I stay patriotic until after the 4th of July, and then I go into bees and sunflowers until I bring out the fall. I bring out the fall until the 1st of October, and then it turns into Halloween. And then November 1st, the Christmas starts.
And how do you find your design inspiration?
This stuff just oozes out of her. I don't know where it comes from. Like
it's.
No,
I can't believe how much stuff you come up with. I'm like, I think she's gonna one day run out of ideas, and you haven't.
No.
I still have a lot. We're good.
We have a lot of beginners that watch. If you had to pick one of your patterns to start as a beginner, which one would you start?
Just any of the small charts. Like the guy that came out today. It's
so cute. I'm going to make that.
Our charts are, I would say they're beginner friendly. So if we do have any back stitching, it's minimal, or it's long stitches, which are super easy. It's not intricate. Our charts are in color.
Right. So very easy to read.
Yep. They typically have a bigger grid on them, so it's easy to read. If you're downloading it as a PDF, you can put it on your tablet and you're able to zoom in. But I think starting with something small that you can accomplish and finish and get it out of the way to make your mistakes or whatnot is a great way to start. I started with something super small, and getting that confidence was what made me want to keep going.
When she finished it, I finished it for her into a piece, and then she was hooked. I think if you stitch something and then just lay it to the side and don't use it to decorate or whatever, it's not the same effect that stitching it and seeing it in your home brings you. You could also start with the calendar crates and do the small piece first, and you'd be well on your way.
And those only take me like an hour and a half max.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have any
So if
other
you're new-
tips for beginners?
I don't know, just have good light, of course. You know, figure out whether you need a hoop or a Q-snap or if you're going to stitch in hand like we do. And just enjoy it. You know, for me, it's enjoyable to sit and stitch at the end of the day and watch TV or listen to the TV, or I just love it.
I think, yeah. And the biggest thing is start with something small. Don't start with a sampler or something like that where you're going to get super frustrated because you don't know what you're doing. You don't know how to read a chart yet. Just get something that you're able to. And another thing I would recommend is if you're on social media, join Kimberly's page, join our page where you can see people's different inspiration and kind of find out the best way to do things. I mean, people are sharing tips and tricks all the time. They're sharing their finishes where you can see
different ways to finish something, or a different color fabric, or
start on Ada, maybe
they
not
change
linen.
the floss colors. If you know our what is that word, aesthetic isn't your aesthetic, you can change the colors.
And when you're stitching with Classic Colorworks, do you stitch one square at a time? Do you do the loop method?
No.
I don't even know what the loop method is, so I stitch just one stitch. I mean, we're like setting our ways on how we stitch, and that's kind of what makes it so consistent. People are saying, like, how do you stitch so fast? We just sit down and we have the same method each time, I think is what. There are tricks that she does for, like, pumpkins. She'll go in a circular pattern with her stitching to make it, you know, the variegation to make it look like it has more depth.
More like a half moon.
Yeah.
And then, like, doors, you go up and down, right?
Wood grain, for the wood grain.
And then houses, we usually go across. Same with roofs, we go across. Because sometimes the trucks, too, you need to go, like, the same way. If you, with the variegated floss, if you do it in a weird way, sometimes it doesn't look as nice.
Yes.
It looks messy sometimes.
Because
how do you come up with how you're going to finish it? Because sometimes I know you come up with it after, but there have been times you've come up with it before you've designed something.
Yeah. Well, the one thing that is recent that I found the piece at Hobby Lobby for the Claus Christmas, and I had an idea for Santa and Mrs. Claus to be holding a banner, but then when I saw the sign, I was like, yeah, it's going to happen this year because that's going to happen.
Yeah, that's.
But this top part says Merry, and then Christmas is in their banner, so.
Yeah, I feel like
it turned out really cute.
The wood beads are so popular.
Yes, and we try to stay on trend, like in the home categories, doing what's popular, so that. But we would never go, like, off the deep end where it's weird, where next year you would look at it and think,
Yeah. But, I mean, typically she can just take her piece to Hobby Lobby, Michael's, whatever the case is. You know, the smalls are kind of set. So she either does it on a smaller frame, a block, a paddle. We have kind of a style with those.
Yes.
But for the bigger pieces, she just puts her piece in a Ziploc bag and takes it to Hobby Lobby and can hold it up to see if it'll fit, if it matches, whatever the case is. Or she could bring home a couple pieces and try them out that way. So it's very much whatever's there. Before, she used to have, like, she would go to flea markets and find old and crusty things. But now that she's a designer, now that she's a designer, she wants to be able to finish it on things that you're able to find at a local shop, so you can stitch it or finish it just like her, in case you don't kind of have that artistic capability to come up with a finishing idea yourself. You know, I'm not that kind of person. I can't look at something and say, oh yeah, that would look good on this. I would have to follow Mom's kind of guide for how it would look.
How many times do you go to Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Walmart a week? Because I know it's a lot.
No, really, it's not. So maybe once a week.
That's a lot.
Maybe twice a month. I don't know.
I know
it's more than twice a month.
It depends.
No.
like the
Your nose is
the
growing.
calendar crates. I already have the finishing piece, so I don't have to go for that. And I'm not going to say it, but I don't have to go for this month's.
Yeah.
So I won't be going unless I'm going to get something for you.
For me, I need to start sending stuff. How many hours did it take you to decorate for Christmas this year?
I'm still not done. Not done. So it's been 2 weeks. I'm still not done. I'm hoping to have everything cleaned up by tomorrow.
And then I'm hoping that we get to see a Christmas tour of your house, because everybody wants to know how the different rooms are decorated. Like your bedroom is what they want to see.
Yes, Christmas tour. It will be probably in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Right? It'll be.
I still have to get my real tree before we can do that. So, and I probably won't get that until next week if the trees are out. And then I have to decorate that one too. So.
And we just undecorated all of the trees with all the ornaments that we took off, so we have to redecorate.
How many hours a day do you think you stitch, and do you use a planner to keep organized? How do you stay organized in all the things you have to do? I already know the answer, though.
I am the most unorganized person on the planet. So, no, I don't use a planner at this present time. But before we started designing, I used that's not a planner, though, right? Your
cross-stitch journal.
Yeah.
And that kind of kept track of the pieces.
And then I could write down the floss colors because I always change the floss, so that I would keep all that in there. But right now, I don't write anything down. So,
What?
I lost my thing.
Okay. Well, why are you find that?
And her ear thing.
How many hours a day do you stitch? 8? 10?
It depends on how
behind we are, or
yeah.
I think it also depends on how much gardening you're doing, because y'all also love to garden. So I think when it's colder, y'all stitch more.
Yes, definitely.
I
do have to rake leaves, so.
Are you ever stitching more than one project at a time? Like, how many whips do you have going at a time?
Well, I have the pieces that will be shown next month that I'm doing. So there's 3 big pieces, but one of those is finished. So I'm working on the second one, and then I'll do the third one. And then I stitched on the Prairie Schooler Santas every week, and I'm stitching the Jolly jar right now because I'm going to stitch all the jars for Jolly Christmas. Jolly Housewives, sorry.
Do you have any tips on storage? Like, once you're done and you have to put everything up?
Yeah, just
Rubbermaid tote she uses a lot of. She has a lot of functioning furniture as well. So that's something that people don't realize is she has a lot of hutches,
drawers,
like buffets, things that she can store her cross stitch in.
Mm-hmm.
But under the bed totes.
Right. Under the bed boxes, a lot of the ornaments go in there.
Yep, stitching to stitching, so you're not wrecking your stitches, but just stacked in there. And then lately, she's been designing with things that enamel bread box we showed today.
And then you can put it in the inside.
Yeah. So different ways of storage. She definitely has to be creative. I mean, it's not.
I did go last week, I think, and I bought a bunch of more Rubbermaid containers for. I'm doing one for each series. So like all the trucking alongs are in one bin so that I can just go and pull them out and take, like their whatever decor is on that one. I could put that in the bin too and take it out so that when it's time to decorate for another month, it's in the bin.
And what store do you think has the best fake Christmas trees?
Walmart for the price.
For the price, yeah.
But they're out of like almost everything. So right now you can't.
So you could go more expensive, and I mean, you could, but she's okay with buying a less expensive tree and then replacing it every few years, because some of them you buy with the lights on them and then the lights go out or whatever, and then you're out a $700 tree or something like that. So she's okay with buying a less expensive tree that still looks real, still looks good. And she has a lot of decorations to put on the trees. So it's not like they're bare.
No, but Walmart has like the best block trees right now, but they are out of everything. Because I was thinking about another one for another room.
Did you look online?
Did you put on addition? I mean, what are you gonna put?
What?
Did you look
She's
online?
nuts.
Yes, I looked online. I was just on there this morning.
She's nuts.
Yep. No, you're
Oh my goodness. Okay, so those are the questions that we had from before. So now I'm going to kind of go through all the questions that have come in during the video. Tell me where we can find your finishing videos.
On your YouTube at Fat Quarter Shop, FlossTube, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then ours at, what are we called? Priscilla and Chelsea?
Stitching with the Housewives, yes. So Mom made a blog post last year at the end of December, right? Where it has links to all of our finishing tutorials that we did.
I think so, yes. Or was that the year before?
Well, regardless, check in December 2020 and 2019, but you'll be able to find links there where it'll take you straight to those videos if you want an easier way to find them. But yes, they are featured on Kimberly's FlossTube as well as ours. I think I have a playlist now. I learned how to do that where they have the finishing tutorials under the playlist tutorials.
Yes.
And Rhonda would like to know if you finished Christmas list.
Hi, Rhonda.
I haven't fully finished it, but it's done stitching. So yes, I need to do that. And I saw that question a lot where they asked how you do the
Joining.
right.
So sticky boards.
Yes.
Right. I don't have the sticky board here. Otherwise I could show
Yeah, I
you.
think you should do a video on that, like a standalone video, because everyone asks you every week.
Right. Yes, we'll do that.
And we kind of hinted to this, but everyone's wanting to know, like, if you have something planned for after calendar crates.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
She's not going to tell you.
Well, we're going to have to tell her.
Not you. I mean them.
Do you have any tips on working on black fabric?
A good light.
If you have a room in your house that has good daylight, I would start there.
Daylight stitching, yes.
If not, then we use the Stella light. Kimberly uses the Halo Go light. So just a really good bright light over your head to make sure that you're able to see those stitches. Some people have used like
a light box underneath them, or a white towel. But for me, the light is the most important thing. And sometimes if I'm waiting in a car or whatever, it's easy to stitch in a car for me too if it's daylight. So daylight is a really good thing.
Kimberly does a lot of car stitching, right?
Oh, I do. It's crazy. I finally figured out that where I park, there's all these weird people. And they're the people that are waiting for the orders to come in so they can deliver the food. Because I was like, what are these people doing? Why are they weird like me sitting in the car? And then they go deliver the food and then they come back. And I think they just wait for a DoorDash order to come in to deliver. So I was like, oh, that's interesting. Because I'm super nosy.
You could have a second job while you're waiting.
Yeah, I could. And I do know the answer to this, and my answer will be different. But when you're stitching with white and red, do you do a certain color first?
No.
Yes, I stitch the white first. Because the red always pulls through. I'm sorry, I stitch the red first and then I stitch the white. The white is last because the red pulls through sometimes when I'm stitching.
No.
No, she just slaps it on the fabric.
Sharon wants to know who made the quilt and the table runner.
Not us.
Yeah, right.
Not us. If we did it, the binding wouldn't be on.
Right. Or it wouldn't be quilted.
Yeah, so we
beautiful.
made it. Someone here made it. I can't remember who sewed it, and then we gave it to them.
And Gina Tell did the quilting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's chicken wire.
It's so cute.
Seven and the Littlest Mew would like to know, will you guys be making the fabric in patriotic colors for 4th of July? I think she means your quilt fabric.
So we have colors that are coming, but
are you supposed to say that?
I don't know. I mean, we have more in the works, but we can't say what.
Yeah, I got to see a peek of them, so they're awesome. Laura would like to know if you have a full list of your designs. that they could like put a little
No.
check mark next to? Check mark, sorry.
No, we've got
We need a website. That's on our list for 2022.
Okay.
But no, we do not have a list. But our Etsy shop has every single one of them. So except for like the exclusives that are not out yet, or the magazines that aren't out yet.
Okay. Is the blue the Real Housewives of Cross Stitch stitched on the home dyed fabric? Which stitch is that?
I don't know which.
Yeah, I'm confused on that one. Okay, we'll skip that question because I'm confused.
We don't stitch on. We
This
do
one?
stitch on our. All the blue fabrics that you see are something that we hand dyed. We don't stitch on like the fabric flare or whatnot. If it was Kimberly's, that would be the fabric flare.
Yeah, and we have some people asking what I stitch on, and with everything stitching with the Housewives that I've stitched, it's either 14 count chalkboard black or by Witchell or Aqua Dyed Effect by Fabric Flare 14 count. Everybody wants a Christmas hoodie. Well, not everybody, but some people want a Christmas hoodie. So
That would be awesome.
we can work on.
These shirts are perfect though. They are soft and
They fit
I
good.
love the length of them. Yes,
The-
they fit well.
The fit is good. Like, it's always kind of hard when you buy a unisex shirt to know how it's going to fit and if it's really good.
Yes, we're super excited
They're
about
very
them
cute.
and super soft.
And the back is cute too.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to stand up because I might knock the tree over like I did yesterday, so I'm not going to show it.
This is my last year's one. Yeah, there's
yeah,
Chelsea.
so
Stand
cute.
up a little bit.
So cute. Sean would like to know, when you start a chart, where do you usually start?
Top left corner.
Same for you?
Yeah, so we
Oh,
don't
yeah.
start in the middle. We start in the top left corner. Unless it's like really scattered, like snowflakes. If it's really scattered up there, I'll go to the next big solid piece on it, but top left corner.
Yes.
And then I'm going to end with this question. Can you each tell us what a typical day looks like?
You can go first.
I get up early before everybody else so I can start stitching. I do emails, do giveaways before Cash wakes up, and then I like intersperse stitching with taking care of him, obviously. So he's 3 years old, so he requires a lot of running around. So I'll get maybe like 15 minutes of stitching in, and then run around, do puzzles or play with him, go back and forth. So just back and forth.
So I get up really early, like 4:35, and I do stitch until probably 7 every day. And then in the summer, I do my gardening. Then sometimes like 6:30 in the morning, I'll be out there doing gardening, and I get all that done. And then, my normal house stuff, and then stitching pretty much for the afternoon, or designing charts. If there's charts that need to be designed, that is interspersed in there too.
Yep. Or social media. Social media is also a big part of what
Yes.
we do. So we have to, first we're looking at social media. So we have a Facebook page that we have to admin. We make sure that everything's kosher there.
Mhm.
We also just like seeing people's projects. So we're still stitchers at heart. We still love seeing how people are finishing things and what they're creating. So we like to do that, making posts. She has her own blog, so she has to do blog posts as well, taking photographs.
Mhm.
There's a lot. I think there's a lot that goes into it that might not be at the forefront of people's minds, but there is a lot that fills the day
Yes.
each day. Yeah.
And can you tell all of our viewers where they can find you? Where are all your social media channels?
So at Priscilla Blaine on Instagram, at Chelsea356, Priscilla's 2000 on Facebook, which is a Facebook page, kind of like Instagram. Our Stitching with the Housewives group on Facebook. My blog, Priscilla's2000.blogspot.com. We both have a TikTok.
She has an active TikTok, so at Priscilla Blaine. You can see kind of, if you're into decorating, she has a lot of decorating videos on there as well, but she also shows the cross stitch, so you can see it featured there.
TikTok isn't veered into the cross stitch lane so much, but I'm trying.
Well, thank you, ladies. It's been so fun. And if any of my viewers haven't checked you guys out, I hope they do. And y'all have a great Thanksgiving.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.